Hello friends, here I am out fishing. It's a evening almost, it's 6:35, and I just want to come out here at this local pond and see if there's any possibility of catching maybe a bass or two and some crappie. I have no clue what's going to happen. Today is unseasonably warm. It reached up to 65. It's now starting to cool down as it approaches evening. I want to get out there and see if there's any possible fish to catch today, and perhaps I'll luck out. I'm going to be using my tube bait here. It generally does very well, and just using a Shakespeare ultralight pool, and just hoping to have some good fishing action. So I'm not expecting to catch a whole lot of fish, but it'd be nice if I were able to leave and catch maybe 3 or 4 fish. That would be successful to me. So take care, and let's see what can happen. I've caught some real nice fish out here, and so I just want to see what I can do and see if I can conjure up one of these fish to come and strike and take. Oh, I just had a good hit. I don't know what it was, but it took it and ran with it, and I got a fish right now. Oh, one took it. Did I get it? Yes, I got it. All right. So this looks like one of the bass from last year's hatchling, and so we'll take a look at that. And this is pretty cool. I was hoping to see if the bass were biting, and you could see the bass right there. Nice pretty little bass and growing. It's definitely cold. It's one of the new ones, and just a beautiful fish. So let's put him back. Let's see if I can catch another one. I think what happened with that one is I was just moving it ever so slowly, and oh, just saw a real nice fish there for a second. Let's see if I can get him to pick it up again and run with it. There he goes. Oh, I just lost him. They're picking it up and they're running with it. You can see my rod, it tips. I think I got that one. All right, yes, caught that one. But they're running with it, and then they're not fully committing to it right away. He got it in there pretty good down, but I should be able to back it out. There we go. What a beautiful fish. Got definitely some fight with him. So very pleased with that catch. That's a nice fish. You can see they're definitely eating. So I think a nice warm day like today in the 60s after it being really cold, the fish are definitely willing to commit to biting pretty much anything. So gonna cast it out a little bit and bring it in and see if I can pick one. There we go. Got another one. Yes, they're not necessarily monsters, but they're definitely a pleasure to catch. There we go. I must have run into a bunch of small ones, so just beautiful fish. Take care, get bigger. Just nice to see that there's a healthy population of bass. Let's see, I'm gonna cast a little bit out here. That's where I had it. Oh, there it goes, I got him. Oh, I don't know if that was caught on the camera, but I literally saw the fish coming up after it. I'm gonna try that again, but as soon as it hit the water, he darted for it. He darted to take it. Oh, that looked like a different one. That might have been a bigger bass. Let me put it back in there. Pick it up and they run with it. It's like I gotta guess when they're going to take it. And there's another fish. Okay, he looks different than some of the ones I caught earlier, so I'm thinking I got a different one. Let me back it out of his jaw. Come on, buddy, I don't want to hurt you. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if you just saw what I did there, but it's very important that you notice what took place when I first had my hook in there. It was like it didn't want to come out, and if I tried to force it, it was going to break his jaw and all that. And what I did which is almost against logic. You think if it's stuck and it's tough, you got to use more muscle power, more manpower to get it to open, or girl power. But what actually opened it and released it was me releasing it, letting it go, the pressure, and then carefully backing my hand out from where it is, guiding the hook to allow it to go in its natural course of where it was. And you saw how easily it just popped right out. Take care, buddy, get bigger. I just share that with you because it's a trick that I learned, that oftentimes when you get that fish and it just feels like, oh man, this is like really tough, it's typically because the bar on the hook is at an angle opposite of the way that the hook went in, and because you're trying to push it through, you use more force and power, but that barb literally then just rips the mouth of the fish. But if you release yourself and the pressure that you have applied on it to get that fish unhooked, and you let the hook go back to its normal state from which it initially hooked the fish, many times all you have to do is simply back it out that way, and many times the hook will pop literally just right out of his mouth, like you just saw happen there. I'm not going to tell you that that's going to work every single time you do it, but I have found that more times than not, when I've had that situation where just it's like when I grab the hook, I'm at a different angle than when it initially hooked the fish, and because of that, as I'm trying to unhook the fish, I'm just doing a world of damage to that fish's jaw and mouth. And of course, we never want to be in that place where we're hurting a fish. If you watch a video of mine referring to the Great Miami River, and it's a fishing adventure that I take, it's basically in my season 1, my first year of doing it, which there's only 7 videos, so it's not that many videos. But if you go back and you look at that video, you will see a fish that I caught, which I'm almost 100% certain at some point in time someone hooked that fish, and because they couldn't get it out through their normal means, they just ripped that hook literally right out of that fish's jaw. It is a beautiful smallmouth bass, but unfortunately that smallmouth bass does not have the ability to come up and hit a top lure like they normally would. So I share that with you. Be cautious, be careful, be willing to take time to re-engage, if necessary, the hook in another way in order to make sure that you get it out without causing any hurt to the fish and or to yourself. So my goal is to catch one more bass or crappie, whatever would choose to bite. So far it's been a bass day. So far my year has been pretty much all bass. My Florida fishing videos, I would certainly go and encourage you to look at that. I'm still in the process of working on those as I'm fishing right now. This one I might sneak in there as just extra, as a freebie, just because here I am, I'm doing this, but currently working on getting my videos together so that I can send them. And right now I'm doing a tribute to my father, which should be coming out probably within the next, I'd say by the end of this week, I should have it posted for you to see. And then after that, I have 2 other videos that will probably be coming. They'll be shorter in nature than the tribute to my father. But it will certainly be worth this seeing. But yeah, you want to watch video number 5, my last day, my literally last hours. That day was unbelievable. I didn't catch a load of fish, but what I caught was worth the whole trip. So you want to see that. That's a teaser. That's letting you know what to expect and what to come. So right now, I'm just trying to drum up and coach one more bass or crappie to hit so I can finish up this video. So we're going to see what happens, and hopefully it's not going to take me too long to get a response from one of these fish.